Well, hello, man cavers. What are we doing today? You'll be pleased to know we're going to do something to the compressor. No car or van videos today. Right, the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed I haven't used this for a while. But let's roll them credits, and then we'll talk about it. Ha! Welcome to the man cave. Let the games begin. So, here we are again, needing to do some work to this diesel compressor. If you're new to the channel, there is a video where I converted this from electric to diesel. I will drop a playlist somewhere here, I should say. So yes, but we have a problem. This is a little Peta AA1 1.5 horsepower diesel, and you've noticed when I did my last couple of painting videos, I didn't use this. I used the electric compressor because our diesel pipe has ruptured. I lost a full tank of diesel overnight. Oh yeah, that all come down. So I haven't used this for a couple of months. Problem, this is a steel braided petrol diesel hose. Look at that. Look where that's over 30 years. It's rubbed nearly through that bloody brass body, and that's caused this pipe to rub through. Look where that's been rubbing for 30 years on there, look. There. Anyhow, I can't find a bit of this pipe for love of money, because it's got proper fittings on each end. I'm hoping that these and these, I'm hoping if I take them off and cut them crimps off, I'm hoping there's just hose tails under there so I can replace it with a normal bit of rubber fuel hose and 2 Jubilee clips. So let's get this off and get these little nubs cut off and just see, get them crimps cut off and see if that is actually just a, you know, hose tail under there. Right, back in a minute. So, there we are. I hope you can see what's going on there. I've zoomed right in so you can see our little pipe. Now I want to buzz that off. I need some form of spanner. Now I wonder, probably, I think there's a filter in this upright tower, which I've never ever looked at. Of course, the history of this engine, as you guys remember, it come off my dad's old diesel cement mixer. One he hadn't used for absolutely years, because he's been retired for years. So, will that... that does. Look at that. Will that come off, or is that turning the whole... it's turning the whole damn tap. I thought that was on a union, so that'd just spin. Right. So we've got to have the tank off to get that off with it. Let's just undo this for now. Have I got a spanner the right size, or have I got to go in the shed and find one? That's an 18. They look more like 15s to me. Yes, we've got to go imperial. Da, da, da. Yeah, I think they're going to be 15s. Right, let me go get a spanner. Right, we have our 15mm spanner. Will these unions crack off? Look. Yep, that one's come. That one has come. Yep, she's coming nicely. Yep, this one is coming undone. Now we've got to get that other one right in there. Can you see that other one? The one right up in here. That goes onto the top of the injector. Right, that looked like a 16. Can we get that undone though? Bugger me, that one's tight. That is something tight. Ah, she's there. Oh, she was a tight one. God, ain't a lot of room on these little old engines. Ah, she's coming now. Alright, so that one's undone. This one's now pushing on a leak-off pipe or something. Now I'm hoping there's going to be a couple of hose tiles. Come on, there's a stupid plastic pipe there which has stopped. Ah, that's it. There you go. Must take our O-ring out. There's our little O-ring putty up the top there. There's another O-ring putty up the top there. And here is our pipe. Ah. Excellent. Whip that. However, there's a little bit of diesel in there. Right, now I'm hoping, because of these fittings, I'm hoping there's going to be a pair of hose tiles if I cut these crimps off. I'm hoping they're just hose tiles I can put a normal pipe on. Do you get what I mean? So let me get the grinder out. And, oh yeah, you can see where all this wire braiding here. Look at that. That's where that's been... Ah, there you go. There's our hole in the plastic pipe, look. Yeah? That was where she was leaking diesel. So, this bit of braided pipe, I couldn't find another one of these with the special fittings. So, if there's hose tiles, it'll be good. I'm wondering if we should just buzz that, see if there is a filter in there, because somebody told me once there was a filter in there. That looked like there's a tap on the bottom of this. So let me nip this back up and see if we can get that little bit out the bottom there, because I'm sure somebody said once there was a filter in there or something. Is there, have we got any form of tiny little spanner to get in there? Probably not. Will a little socket go on? Too small, too big, right. And you see that all that's got to be a pliers job or mold grip job. And we'll do that in a bit. We want to get this pipe to bits and see if we can actually get some hose tiles. Hang on a second. So we are back with our hacksaw and our pipe. Now I could have gone a bit vicious and used the 4.5-inch grinder. I don't want to nip this in the boys too hard, so I don't want to damage this brass ferrule on the end here, so that leak. I got to try and cut off this brass clip somehow. Now I wonder if we come in here. Right, that's cut through there. Can we cut across this way? Oh yeah, that's going. And hopefully right, that's coming off. Ah, now cut that, a hose tile. Perfect. So we have a hose tile, so that's looking good. See that? All that was a hose tile with a pipe clamped on it. Perfect. So this has saved me a lot of hassle trying to find and source a new pipe. Now we've got to try and get this side off. Is this side going to be quite so easy? Well, that seems to be cutting down it, look. I thought this was going to be a bit more gentle than trying to use a 4.5-inch grinder. Come on, the whole pipe's wiggling. So the agricultural engineers amongst you will be like, what is the man doing? There we go. We have 2 hose tiles. So I can just replace this knackered pipe with a new bit of rubber. Right, we need to get this compressor spotlessly clean, and then we can get a new bit of pipe on. Alright, we are back at the engine with our 2 hose tiles, some hose clamps, fuel hose, and here's our little thing. We need to clean these up so they are spotless. These are our fittings, because the last thing you want is a bit of crap in your diesel. Now I know people will say, oh, you should replace them crush washers. I've reused them dozens of times and never had a leak. So let's take these all off. We'll take these right off and we will clean all this up really nice. Make sure there ain't no dirt or crap in there. No dirt or crap. What about this one? That's actually clean and all. Clean all around the hose tile. And then clean up these little copper washers. Make sure they're spotless. What? Where did he go? Come back here. We got him. Here we go. We got him with a bit of grass on him and everything. Look, there we go. Right, he's nice and clean. So let's reassemble. What they say, opposite of removal. So we want our little brass wing on there. Another one on the bottom. No, we want him in there first, don't we? Then, whoop, where'd that little washer go? This one keep running away. I need to put a lead on him. Do you know, he's gone. He has gone, that little washer. Although I see it disappear under here. Now, this is a joke, isn't it? I see it land. Oh. Let me try and find it. I've had to give in and get the pack of the new ones out. And it's amazing how something can drop and you just can't see it. So let's find a new brass O-ring. I'll tell you what, we'll treat it. If we're putting one new one on, we might as well put 2. There's one. On there. On there. Where's another one? And another one on there. So we have got 2, look. So the haters don't need to hate no more. Let me just wipe around that thread without getting shit in that hole. We're wiped round. So now we've got to finickle this back in here. Finickle? Ben, did you just make a word up? Did I just make up the word finickle? Oh, I think I did, didn't I? Ah, she's going in there nice and easy, look. Like that. Shall we take this tank off and just take that filter out and see what that's like? I reckon we should do that, don't you? Alright, let's just tighten this one up. Ah, she is. Yep, she's nipped up. How did that tank hold on? Is it these 2? I reckon that's just them 2, you know, and that lift off. Alright, I reckon we take that one off. Oh yeah, that tank's loose, just this one on the top now. But we ain't got our other hose towel on yet. I think we need to take this tank off and see if there's some sort of filter in there, because I've been told there's a filter of some description. What's going on here? Leak off pipe. Alright, we got our diesel tank off. Let's get this undone and see if there is some form of filter, like they said there is. Let's get you guys down here a bit. There we go. Alright, we'll get you down and we'll get you zoomed in a bit and we'll see wrong size, and we will just see if this does actually have a filter in it. Well, I can't see anything. There's nothing in there. I can see absolutely nothing. That looked like a fuel tap actually, to turn the fuel on and off. Oh well, that's been working perfectly well for 30 years as it is, so I'm afraid that's going to go back how it was. Yeah, so let's tighten him back up. There we go. And we'll just put the tank back on. We'll just put the tank back on and go from there. Here we go. Let's get this leak off pipe connected back up. Not that this old engine will leak a lot off, if I'm honest. There you go, she's on. And back in its little holes. There we go. Let's just give him a tighten. Love it. We need that top nut and washer back on there. Now, that might have tightened up too much. Look where that's gone. We don't want that to go all the way around like that. We need that a bit. Ah, that's better. I think that's nipped up there, so that might well be enough. But we need to get our hose towel back on. And then our new bit of pipe. So again, make sure everything's spotlessly clean. She's clean. There we go. Let's get him done up. There we are. Now we need a length of fuel pipe. That fit on there an absolute treat. Right, let's get our spring clip. Our hose clamp, I reckon that's one of these. Of course this one nips up nicely. So we'll get our hose clamps, and I need a Stanley knife, I think, to cut this pipe with. Marvellous. There's a Stanley knife. Right. Right, there we go. Where are we? There we go. Where's that other little hose tile? Can you see that? Ah, you can see both of them now, look. There you go, you can see both the hose tiles. One in here, one here. It's a shame that weren't spun round more, but that's tightening up to there, so that needs to stay there. So we need to get our bit of petrol hose. We need to buzz a clamp on. So nip the clamp up, put him on the pipe, put him on so, and then move him up. Gosh, he's on there. Now we need another piece. How much pipe do we want off this? Probably up to where it says 8mm. So let's just get Stan the man here and slice him off. Yeah. Get another hose clip on there. Another hose clip on. We'll put that right on the end and see if we can push it on. Now we don't want to rub on. That's rubbing on the belt, look. I think this hose pipe actually might be a tad too small. Too big, sorry. I might have to change that for a smaller diameter bit, but I haven't got a smaller diameter bit at the minute. Come on. Is that long enough? That's still going to rub on that pulley. We've got to take quite a bit more off there than that. This is where I've cut it too short now, you wait. Because we've got to be able to get out the way. Ah, there you go, that's out the way of that belt now. Excellent. So I will have to get some 6mm diesel pipe. Because this stuff is a bit too sloppy, but I think it'll probably work. There you go, she's on. So that's our fuel pipe replaced. That bit's still rubbing, look. Is there a way? Cool. We can change that. We can change the angle of this. Maybe packing that up with fibre washers. So I don't know whether I want to chance it, but going round another quarter a turn. Do you see what I'm saying? That hose tail will be coming out here, really. This is interesting. Very interesting. There. So we're going to buzz this off again. And see if we can get this. I'm not sure if that's going to turn enough. Because we need to get this pipe. I mean, we can definitely get it if we come undone. Cool. Because we're going to want that. Yeah, we want that something like this. Not right round there, that must be something like that. So how can we do that? Can I pack on there? No, because it seals in there, don't it? I wonder if we put a little copper washer in there. Has that come any better? Not really, has it? Right. Let's put 2 copper washers in there. Just see if we can get that so I don't sort of... It's a shame that this olive didn't spin on this tap, so you could position that where you wanted it. Let's nip this up. Where have we got it now? We've got it a damn sight worse. That has made it a damn sight worse. And we can't keep filling this up with copper washers, because the more washers you have on there, the least good seal you're going to get. I wonder if I really handball this up. Right, that is... No, that's come totally wrong. We need to be totally the other way with it. Totally the other way. I could put a load of PTFE tape round it, but I'd rather sort of be nipped up properly somehow. That's too much now, look, because that's virtually touching that pipe. Yeah, this is not right at all. I can see why they put it like that. That's a really short piece of pipe to have to put on there. A really short piece of pipe. No, that's going to be totally the wrong way again. And that doesn't come apart. That is such a shame. We can move that a little bit, unless we moved that so the pipe come round. Let's try that. Let us try that. If you see what I mean. Maybe we can move this hose tail around so that comes out of the back here, not through here. So we can then link our pipe better. So maybe this will work. Right. So let's poke that hose tail back through there, through that side. Right, so our hose tail is now coming through that side. Which isn't going to get in the way of anything. There we go. Now where's our hose tail on the tank? That's come that way. So I want to come this way more. Right, how's that going to hang now? It's coming way back this way. This is so annoying. Fiddly little job. I'm going to mess around with this. Am I sure this joint don't split? I wonder if this Oliver's just seized up. It looks like this nut should swivel on this. You can put this where you want it and then just tighten this up. I wonder if that's just seized up over the years. Let me see if I can free this off. This video is getting plenty long enough. Right, we're back. It don't spin as such. This is on a left-hand thread, look. So you can lock this in and adjust these. Of course, this tightens up left hand, look. See that? It tightens up opposite thread. So, and that goes through and meets that. So you can basically take this off. And you can screw this end onto your tank and then screw this in and line them up. Do you know what I mean? To get this hose tail, whoops, where you want it. Well, there we go. That's a very good idea. I'm not going to criticise Mr. Lister anymore. Because I was a bit like, what a stupid idea, not being able to adjust the hose tail. Well, you can adjust the hose tail by putting this down basically where you want it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so we can put that where we want it. This screws up left-hand thread. So we can put that where we want it, which is pretty much there. Don't need to be there. I want to be straight out, really. Yeah, that's about right. Do you see what I mean? Let's tighten that up in the position we wanted it. Which is excellent stuff. So let's get this back on. Leak off pipe on. Tank on. Our little nut on the top here. Oh, I can see this is going to be perfect. Let's tighten that up. So this video is plenty long enough to replace a diesel pipe on a little pedder. There we go. So we got him on. Now we just want to put our petrol pipe back on. One on. Two on. There. That is, let me get you out of the camera holder. Here we go. Now this is not catching on anything. See that? That's pretty much a perfect fit now. It's not rubbing on anything, that pipe. I bet I haven't got any diesel in a can, so we can put a bit of diesel in this, bleed it up and start up. It's a good point. I think I've used all my diesel. Right, let me see if I can find a spoonful of diesel to put in here. Then we can hopefully fire this thing up. Right, guys, you would not believe it. We have found some diesel. So we're going to put a little bit in here and just see if that leaks, because that pipe was too slack. Because that pipe in there is not the tightest. Let's just put a little bit in. And make sure that don't leak. Alright. Is that leaking out of them pipes I just put on there? Let's have a look. No, she seemed to be holding. She does seem to be holding. Well, that's good. Now, have we got to bleed this? Or is there enough diesel back in that pump? Or was there enough diesel in this pump to actually... Ah, we ain't even got enough diesel in there to go through the pipe. We need more diesel in. Well, surely there's enough diesel in there now. What the hell? We're getting no diesel out of this pipe. Well, that's a little old bit coming out of there. There ain't a lot coming out, mister. Very weird. There should be a ton of diesel come out of there, I would have thought. Oh no, she is coming a little bit. Yeah, she's coming a little bit. That'll probably take a few minutes to run its way through. I mean, this thing sups on diesel anyhow, so it's not exactly going to starve itself of diesel, because that's very, very economical. There'll certainly be enough delivery out of there to supply what that's going to use. Alright, I think we can see if the old girl will start, or whether we're going to mess around and bleed it. But I'm hoping, because it didn't actually run out of diesel, it just lost its diesel out of this pipe, I'm hoping there's enough diesel stayed in that pump so it'll run and then sort of pull it through, shall we say. As I say, we didn't actually run out of diesel, it just lost its diesel overnight. So let me get my string and we'll see if the old girl will start. Now, those of you that'll know this compressor knows that she normally starts first pull of the string without fail. You've seen it 100 times before. It is normally still reliable. So if it don't start first pull, oh, I've got to pull it this way. You have got to come round this way, guys, ain't you? You have got to come round here. There we go. Because I've got to pull it that way. Right, let's see if the old puppy will fire off. We got our rack in the run position. We're not going to prime it because that's a hot day. Let's wind it back. And will we go. Now, is it going to keep going? Oh, I think she's run out of diesel. No. That means we've got to do some bleeding, I think. And then I've got to do a lot of pulling over. This is going to be fun. Right. Let's see if we can get this thing bled off. Where we've got to look, if we can see that little bleed screw. Ah, there he is, right in the middle of the screen. Right in there, look. That little ferrule we've just had off. We've got to we've got to undo that. We've got to undo this screw on the end. Ah, and it comes. So we've got to crack that off. And hopefully diesel will come out of there. Ah, I see air bubbles coming out. I can see air bubbles. Right, we've just pressurised the tank with my Keiko. I'm not happy with the amount of fuel delivery coming out of there though. So I'm wondering if somehow this tap has managed to get blocked. I'm not sure how, because it did run all right. It ran absolutely fine. But why, oh why, is it playing up like that? Whoops. Wrong size. Alright, that's got that injector cracked off. Let's decompress it and give it a pull and see if we're getting any diesel out of there. Hopefully we'll get some diesel out of there. But this could be a slow old job. Keep pulling it over. We're on the on position. We don't appear to be getting a sweat round there. And there's no manual diesel pump on this to prime it up. I can see a sweat coming. I think I can see a little sweat of diesel forming around that pipe. Still not convinced we've got a good enough diesel flow on there. This is going to take forever. I do apologise. Right, we're dripping. We are dripping. So let's nub him back up. And see if we can get any sort of fire out the old girl. That would help if I had the right size spanner on it again, wouldn't it? There we go. Right. Let's see if she'll start. Possibly, possibly not. I guess we will see, won't we? Come on, baby. There you go. I think she's going to keep running. Yep, I think she's going to keep running now. There we go. Sorry, that's an extremely long video. But we're going. Diesel compressor fixed. So if you're ever in a muddle and you have a braided pipe which has burst, cut the ferrules off. There are hose tails underneath. So you can just replace it with a nice little bit of normal rubber pipe. But we're running, we have no leaks, or we don't appear to have any leaks. Compressor is up there. Nearly 60 psi already. Lovely old compressor this. I like the unloader valve. Listen to the engine. No load, load. No load, load. Lovely, innit? There you go. Right, that's it for this video. We are off. Let me get out of the way of that noisy old thing. Our diesel compressor is running again. Excellent stuff. So, with all this paint work to do on painting van, painting Astra, I have a Volkswagen Golf coming in on Friday for a front wing. We've got a lot to be getting on with. But that's it for this video. Sorry it's very long, just to fix the fuel pipe. But these are the problems you can come across when you go, oh, just pop a new pipe on there. There we go. All sorted. Right, I'm done. Bye-bye for now. Ha-ha! Love it.